meditation workshop which is starting from 13th May. So that would help you to culture the mind. So you need to observe the breath, you need to learn the techniques of breath and all that in order to have mind becoming more aware of that, so that it chooses the right things to be done. So time management is a part of mind management. Yes, it is one of the aspects of mind management. Yes, Tanmay, you are right now. Sound is not clear. Check your sound. I think it is clear from this part of it. Uh, you can check now one more time. I have asked here people to check if it is coming here. Okay, that is fine. Yeah, others are getting clear sound, so it's okay. So I am again now, I have taken all the questions up till now which came. So again, if you want questions, I'll come to that. So I have already told about innovative mind and creative mind and all that is the right part of the brain, and how to control the left part of the brain is the throat chakra. So if you focus on throat chakra and then it gets activated, it activates the left part of the brain, which is like logical mind, sequential mind and all that. So let me now come to the present now. So we were at perception part of it, and then is a locus of control of the mind. So faith is an enabler which does not allow negative thoughts, to pollute the mind, leading to strengthening the thought of what we want to create. So innovation is like creating something new. And Mr. Barda was asking this question. So if you have internal locus of control, then you need to have commitment to create with purity of heart, clarity of mind, sincerity of action, totality of awareness with 100% attention. Then you can create and write your own destiny. Then you can achieve that. So Mr. Barda, for you, you need to have internal locus of control on the one hand to be a creator, and if you have external locus of control, even then you can create, but then you need a faith on the divine or the larger self or the higher self, that you are an enabler or an instrument, and you don't allow any negative thought to pollute your mind, leading to strengthening the thought, and what we want to create, you create actually. So you can do both ways, but there are different ways or different things required for that. Now coming to mind management. Mind management essentially is about becoming aware, accepting the reality to transcend the future. It involves managing your emotions, your perceptions about people, things and processes. If you look at mind, it is a sum total of your learnings, conditionings and experiences so far in life. Mind management makes you reboot your system and look at everything in a fresh perspective. If there's any question on this, you can ask. Now comes that part, like somebody asked that question, how to do that. To do that is awareness is the first thing. Our success of life does not lie in controlling the mind, it is in becoming aware about the thoughts, as I said earlier to you. So you don't have to fight with thoughts, because you would make them stronger. So if you are every moment talking about COVID-19, 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 you are making COVID-19 energy stronger. You need to understand that. If you are not a doctor, if you are not dealing with the patients, you don't need to actually talk much about these things. You need to put your attention, your awareness into things which culture your mind, which enriches your mind, which enhances your level of consciousness and all that. So the first step towards this in mind management is about to become aware. We will keep coming back to awareness. And the second is acceptance. The way things are, if we are locked down, we are locked down. You need to accept that. You can't keep on fighting with the government or everyone else in the world. If you just accept, there would not be any fight in the homes which we see. We get some news that some people became violent and things like that. So nothing of that sort would happen if you find that there is total acceptance the way And India is a much better country actually in terms of the way we have handled the COVID-19 situation. As I said in the earlier also, and that we are much ahead. We are leading the world actually in this crisis situation. So acceptance is that whatever situation is around you, you are able to accept that the way it is. And then whatever you can improve, you are actually working towards improving. And nobody is stopping you to improve. If you need to confront something, you confront that. But that does not mean that you don't accept the situation first. Somebody has unmuted himself, so please mute yourself. Otherwise, I have to do stop sharing actually. You can also do that. Oh yeah. Okay. And then the next thing comes is the aspiration part of it. So aspiration is about the future, like somebody said, how to innovate and things like that, how to be, how to liberate and all that. So that is the next level. So first is, if there is a stress, somebody asks about stress, somebody asks about many other things. Just by becoming aware of the negativities, that it is negative, it is leading to stress, you are actually making that stress, you are not fighting with that stress actually. You are not resisting with that. Anything that you resist persists. So just by becoming aware, that thought will come and go. When you sit first time for the meditation, lot of thoughts come, like the pebble story, So they keep coming, you just observe them and don't fight with them, don't attach with them, don't start planning there. If you are sitting in meditation, just be with it. Be with that thought, the thoughts are coming and going and coming and going. You are just the witness of that. जैसे रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म पे जो स्टेशन मास्टर होता है, वो गाड़ियों को आते जाते देखता रहता है. एक गाड़ी आई, एक को हरी झंडी दिया, वो चली गई, दूसरी गाड़ी आई, वो चली गई. You are just a witness to whatever thoughts are coming to you while you are doing meditation. Automatically all the negativities would come and go, and finally you will end up with positive thoughts, which is your nature. And then, since you have accepted all those things, whatever was coming, next level is about aspiration. What do you want to be? Learning to be the fourth pillar of the learning or education system. Learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. So what is your aspiration to be? That is important. So your success would be dependent upon what do you aspire for. So if you can write in the chat, what is your aspiration? Just write that. Recognize with awareness. It is very simple to be happy, but it is difficult to be simple. Like we say, common sense is a sense which is not very common. So similarly, happiness is something which is very simple. It is your very nature, it is very your being. Your state of being is happiness, joy, love, peace. It's who you are actually. But since you are not aware of your nature, your own self, who you are, who am I is the question, you have never encountered with maybe, then your awareness is at a very different level. So these first two are like seek to understand, is recognize with awareness and accept with humility. So how to deal with awareness is just recognizing and seeking to understand what are these thoughts coming and going. Abhi kaun si gaadi aayi, Rajdhani Express gayi, ab kaun si aayi, Shatabdi gayi. So just seeking to understand and recognizing with awareness and accepting that with humility. Now what you seek to be understood by others is negotiate with reason and deal with kindness. Negotiate with reason and deal with kindness. So you need to have logic, you need to have reasoning, you need to have left brain kind of thing, to negotiate with people, because people want reason. If you want something from them, and deal with them with kindness. And this is our basic त्रिगुण जो बोलते हैं, 3 गुण जो हमारे हैं, वो है सत्वा लेवल जो है हमारा, सत, रजस एंड तमस। तामसिक प्रवृत्ति होती है हमारे मन की, या राजसिक प्रवृत्ति होती है, या सात्विक प्रवृत्ति होती है। सो यू कैन राइट हु यू आर राइट नाउ, you can write the percentage if you want, how much of which one is stronger to you, satwa level kitna aapka hai. If total is suppose 100, if total is 100, then how much do you think you have satwa level right now, how much is rajas right now, and how much is tamas right now, and what do you want to have in the future. So coming to the question that was asked about the concrete mental intelligence and the abstract mental intelligence. So if you see, we have two major parts of the brain. We have midbrain also, we are not talking about that right now. Right now we are only talking about left brain, which is linear, logical, sequential, analytical and objective. If you have any doubt about any of these words, you can ask about that. Like sequential is one after the other. A, then B, then C, then D, E, F, G, H. That is like sequential. You are doing one after the other. So when you put anything in the computer, it does sequentially. It processes that data sequentially. If there is parallel processing, that means at simultaneously you are doing things, so many things. That is called parallel processing. And then right part of the brain is responsible for holistic approach to things. Your creative mind is coming from the right part of the brain. Even your emotional part, we are not talking much about the emotional intelligence in this one. If we get time, we will have another